We had a talk with the community council and asked if they could send somebody over.
They rang me up one day and said, listen, what about the possibility of going to Murray Island? And I said, yeah, that's terrific, but where's Murray Island? You land on a grass airstrip in a tiny little aeroplane, and there's no terminal there. Guys just come up in their utes, chuck your bags in the back, and down you go to where everybody lives. So I thought to myself, wow, what am I getting into here?
Spiritually, we are giants. Materialistically, we are kindergartens.
We just started ourselves. We decided now, well, we better get somebody to teach us how to run properly in the bookwork and all things like that.
There was a couple we spoke to, Annie and Amos. They had a little store that they had opened, but they didn't know how they were going. And so I said, well, let's do a little business plan. What do you want to do? Don't say you want to make a lot of money, say you're going to provide a service. And they were providing a service to a community which was at their end of the island, so people didn't have to walk so far to get to the supermarket.
We'd like to get our people off CDP. I think you could do better than CDP, you know, having your own business.
Yeah, but they all do incredible things. They'll be fishermen where we'll go broke and they'll make a fortune because they know where to catch the fish. But if we can give them some of the 21st century skills that we've had to learn, then I think they can combine both.
We need to expand our livelihood on fishing or other fishing methods. So trout is one of our best resources here.
Every example I used was a local example. Whether it was to do a local budget, we did the local budget and we looked at the local things that they could spend their money on.
Bruce Bland, oh, he was excellent. He came in and he really helped people, you know, to know about themselves and their businesses. And, you know, we've done a week of school here.
All they needed was somebody to show them how to do it.
And he showed us how to keep our books, how to manage our money and things like that. It was excellent.
There was young people that were involved in the workshop that he held at the primary school, and even oldies.
We want to get someone to come and educate us on the value of a dollar, on how to exploit this thing to be able to fit into a mainstream society.
He can sit and talk with us and explain what he wanted to do with us.
He fitted in well, and that's the main thing. He accepted that place, he accepted the community, he accepted the people, and he understood our problem the day he arrived.
I bought a shirt in the supermarket, which was a colourful Islander shirt. And then Ron Day said to me, oh, you bought a shirt, I can lend you a lap. And I said, that's terrific. So he lent me a lap, and I wore the lap.
If a person fits well into a community and the community accepts him, then whatever the task is will be effective. I even got him to dress up like me, and everybody liked it.
We're actually looking forward for him to come around the second time.
I stayed there for 6 weeks and enjoyed every minute of it. The sunsets, the moon rising up between the Peterman Ranges was just magnificent. I said to my wife, I said, we never see this again in our lifetime. It's just unbelievable. They're all living in the hope that they can make $1 out of the camels, and I think it's a very viable proposition.
One of our staff can come and tell us, do you want to sell it, make money for yourself? And I said, yeah.
There's an infrastructure in Alice Springs called the Central Australian Camel Industry Association. They'll take as many camels as we can provide.
and show all these people that we can do it. And for our young generation, when they grow up, they can do that same thing.
We had to cut the trees for the poles to put in the yard, and then we had to cut the rails from smaller trees.
We're hoping that we may be able to bring economic benefits to the community here, help get rid of the camels because they're in huge numbers because they're feral, and also start up a milk industry a bit later on.
So everybody was so happy to see this fence go up, and they're really happy, and they put up more experience to us too.
They want to be independent, the same as what everyone else does in Australia. You don't want to be reliant on someone else.
Now today, as you can see, it's here, it's happening.
Maureen Connor, she being a retired teacher, a special education teacher, she assisted with my children, with my students, and the work that she done was great.
I felt that what I did in the school was a practical thing, and I could see an outcome from that straight away.
What we're trying to do is trying to get the educators to come to the community.
I was looking forward to it and getting quite excited, but I had no understanding of how good and how different it was going to be. They feel good about what they've done. They can see that they actually got from A to B through their own endeavours, and they're actually learning stuff. They've already sold quite a few of their initial works. The more recent works, if they're marketed properly, they should fetch a reasonable amount of money. It now becomes part of the community in a very real sense, not just belonging to a small group of interested people.
We've overcome the distance, or the tyranny of distance, and we've overcome isolation. We are in a process of getting these people to help themselves get out of the situation they're in, to get out of poverty. That's what we're saying to Aboriginal communities, is don't be daunted by the fact that you cannot find a skill base here. You might have to bring people in from outside. That's not bad, because hopefully you'll have a skills transfer from that person, and in years to come, your people can then run this show. We've done it, it can be done, and we'd like to help other communities to do it.